Anglo-Powhatan War. Major engagements. First Anglo-Powhatan War, 1609 to 1614. Virginia. The Jamestown Siege, 1609 to 1610. Following the death of Chief Powhatan's priest and advisor, Namadanu, tensions escalated. Powhatan forces implemented a siege, killing any colonist who left Jamestown Fort and preventing them from hunting or farming. This coincided with the starving time, a period of extreme famine and death within the fort. Combatants. English colonists against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: Powhatan victory. The colony was nearly wiped out. Virginia. Battle of the Jamestown Peninsula, 1610. After the arrival of Lord de Lawre with reinforcements, the English went on the offensive, raiding Powhatan villages, burning houses, and destroying crops. Combatants. English colonists against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: English victory. This aggressive campaign broke the siege and re-established English control around Jamestown. Virginia. First Battle of Pamunkey, 1610. An English raid on the Pamunkey capital, one of the most important towns in the Confederacy. Combatants. English colonists against Pamunkey tribe, Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: English victory. The town was burned, and the English captured the Powhatan's wife and children. Virginia. Battle of the Pamunkey River, 1611. Sir Thomas Dale led a force up the Pamunkey River, engaging Powhatan warriors in a series of skirmishes. Combatants. English colonists against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: inconclusive. While the English demonstrated their reach, they failed to decisively defeat the Powhatan forces. Virginia. The capture of Pocahontas, 1613. While not a battle, this was the war's pivotal event. Captain Samuel Argall captured Pocahontas, daughter of Chief Powhatan, and held her for ransom. Combatants. English colonists and Patawomac tribe against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: strategic English victory. This act led to peace negotiations. End of the First War. The marriage of Pocahontas to John Rolfe in 1614 formally ended the First War, establishing a tense peace. Second Anglo-Powhatan War, 1622 to 1632. Virginia. The Indian Massacre of 1622. A carefully orchestrated surprise attack led by Opechancanough, Powhatan's brother and successor. Warriors visited English settlements and then simultaneously attacked, killing about 347 men, women, and children, a quarter of the colony's population. Combatants. English colonists against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: decisive Powhatan victory. Nearly succeeded in wiping out the colony. Virginia. English counteroffensives, 1622 to 1632. The English responded with a war of extermination. They conducted seasonal campaigns, using total war tactics, burning villages and crops year after year, massacring inhabitants, and destroying canoes and weirs to induce famine. Combatants. English colonists against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: decisive English victory. The relentless campaigns systematically broke the power of the Powhatan Confederacy. End of the Second War. A peace treaty was signed in 1632, but the Powhatan were greatly weakened. Third Anglo-Powhatan War, 1644 to 1646. Virginia. The Indian Massacre of 1644. Opechancanough, now old and carried on a litter, launched a second surprise attack, killing about 400 to 500 colonists. However, this was a much smaller percentage of the total English population than in 1622. Combatants. English colonists against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: initial Powhatan victory, but a strategic failure. It failed to halt English expansion. Virginia. English retaliation and the capture of Opechancanough, 1646. The English again responded with overwhelming force. In 1646, a force led by Governor William Berkeley captured the aged Opechancanough at his stronghold. Combatants. English colonists against Powhatan Confederacy. Outcome: decisive English victory. Opechancanough was taken to Jamestown and shot in the back by a soldier. End of the Third War. The war ended with the Treaty of 1646, which formally subjugated the Powhatan people. It forced them to recognize the authority of the King of England, confined them to small reservations, and banned them from entering English territory without permission.